The reason we're here today is we are engaging in a dialogue with the Montgomery County public. Montgomery County is a caring and compassionate county, and we have made substantial efforts. Even though we are an affluent county, we know that we have a large community in poverty, and we make every effort to help those in great need. In fact, this year we're enlisting in the 100,000 Homes campaign, which is the most aggressive effort we've ever made to identify medically vulnerable homeless individuals and place them in permanent, stable housing. At the same time as we are increasing our efforts to help those in need, we're getting more and more complaints from our residents about panhandling. Panhandling isn't safe. It doesn't help those who are doing the begging. And we're here today to encourage our residents to give, but not to give to panhandlers. We're here today as a result of a very thorough effort under County Executive Leggett's leadership to identify causes and cures for panhandling and for poverty. During 2011, I served for a year on a task force on roadside solicitation. That task force was organized by my friend Joy Nurmi, and I want to commend her, Special Assistant to County Executive Leggett. She's done a great deal of work on this topic. One of the primary recommendations of that task force was to engage in the dialogue with the public that we're embarking on today. We want people to give. We don't want people to give to panhandlers. And what Montgomery County has done under County Executive Leggett's leadership is we've arranged a very easy way to give so that when you as a county resident have that virtuous impulse, that charitable impulse, you can simply text SHARE to 80077. Simply text SHARE to 80077, and $5 will automatically be given to the Montgomery County Community Foundation to support organizations like the ones that are here today that we'll hear from their leadership in just a few moments. Catholic Charities, Montgomery County Coalition for the Homeless, and Bethesda Cares, and other organizations. County government is dedicated to helping those in need. Our nonprofit service organizations who are here are dedicated to helping those in need, but giving spare change to panhandlers doesn't help. The available literature shows a substantial proportion of panhandlers have substance abuse issues. A significant percentage of panhandlers are not homeless, even those who say they may be. I'm a charitable giver, and I want to make sure that my donation goes to organizations that are bona fide, that use the money for the purposes I want it to be used. When you give spare change to a panhandler, you don't know how that money will be used. You don't know if indeed the panhandler is suffering from the circumstances that he or she claims. You don't know. What we encourage panhandlers and anyone else in need to do is to call 311 or call our crisis center. The county is here to help.
I think the message has been clearly articulated by George and why we are doing this. But I want to pay special attention to George and his work. It is one thing to come out here today and stand before the cameras and proclaim the need to go out and to help. It is another thing to work each and every day to make certain that we, one, in this county of affluence, identify and make certain that people recognize the problems in Montgomery County, but more importantly, to work compassionately for it day in and day out, long after the cameras are gone. George Leventhal has been a leader. He has been a dogged, determined fighter to make certain that Montgomery County recognizes that we have a problem, and then secondly, we are going to do something about it. So I would like for us to acknowledge George and his work and his leadership, what he's done. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ike. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I want you to remember one number, one word, that is SHARE. That's 80077. We all have that instant response when we see someone standing on the streets or in the medium with a sign saying veteran or homeless, need food, will work. We've seen all of those signs over the years. And we have a need oftentimes to reach out to help. But that is not the most effective way in which we can help. First of all, it encourages a dangerous activity. And secondly, we are not certain where all of those funds will go. and whether that's the most effective way in which to help those in need. We have community organizations who are dedicated with staff and professionals who are here to help in the most compassionate and most effective way possible. Giving and encouraging those who are panhandling does not help us in this community. We recognize that we have a problem, and we are dedicated and committed to, in fact, eliminating homelessness in Montgomery County in all of its facets. We get that, but we cannot achieve that end result when we encourage and we have people who are participating in this. This is simply something that does not work. We've had numerous complaints about it. We know of the challenges. We know of the death of Ms. Fisher, who died here in this community last year. We know what these things can in fact do and how it does not help our community. I'm here to encourage our community to help us to eliminate this problem. The most effective way to do so is that if you have this need to urge, go to the telephone, go to the text message, and look up SHARE here in Montgomery County, and you can donate as little as $5 or whatever your heart desires in order to help us. Again, I want to thank Councilmember George Leventhal, thank our coalition members, and all of those who are responsible for helping us to launch this very important program today. This will be an aggressive, ongoing effort to make certain that we are successful. Our Department of Health and Human Services, our Department of Police, and all of the county agencies are here to make certain that we get this message out. Thank you very much for attending today.
As a priest who drives a lot in this area, I'm affected by lots of people who come to me and say, can you help me out? And I must say, with a collar on, it's hard to say no. But I said yes to George and to Ike because I believe this is the right approach. The county gives us, the Catholic Charities, and all of us here, so much support for what we tried to do together. There's a public-private partnership between all of us. And the county says, how can we help you Catholic Charities provide services? And the reality is that we know for a fact that when we get people to come to our shelters, come to our place of service, that they're helped holistically. They're helped with food, they're helped with abuse issues, they're helped with homelessness, they're helped in all kinds of ways. And the reality is, at a street corner, even myself as a priest, never knows for sure this money's going to go to the right place or is in fact going to a place people aren't going to be healed at all. I call it a Band-Aid. If I put a Band-Aid on somebody's cut at a street corner, it doesn't solve the problem. Come to a shelter, come to one of our service centers, the coalition and those who are here, and they can be helped and healed and find real service. So I, as Catholic Charities, we at Catholic Charities support this effort wholeheartedly. It'll be hard to say no, but I want to make sure I say to people, we have services, we have a place to go. You need some help? We have it here in the county. Take advantage of it, not just a Band-Aid, real service. Let's do that together. Thanks for all for the chance to support this effort. We'll do our best to make sure the panhandlers can get what they need if they really need service. And those who don't need services will stop asking for help at our corners. Thank you so much.
We are one of a rich array of programs throughout the county that are dedicated to serving the homeless population, all the way from providing outreach to providing services to moving people into permanent housing. And I'm honored here to be here with County Executive Leggett and Councilmember Leventhal today for this campaign. I think all the organizations that have received county support and funding know how to end homelessness for individuals, have the services to engage them, and we're eager to work with the county executive and Council Leventhal in this campaign to make sure that we reach every single homeless person in the county and work to end their homelessness. As you've heard, for a start, panhandling is a complex and complicated issue. Not all panhandlers are homeless. Not all homeless people are panhandlers. But what's not complex and complicated is the compassion that most people feel when they see someone who's struggling and their desire to help. And this is particularly heartfelt in a community that's been identified by Forbes magazine as the 10th wealthiest county in our nation. I think the disparities between the rich and poor are even more stark here. And so it makes sense that people have the urge and want to give.
Today, I would like to say I'm here to support for a lot of reasons, but two main ones are for safety, and the other one is for equity. Safety, Saturday I was driving on Bradley Boulevard, crossing Wisconsin Avenue. On the east side was a guy carrying a sign saying, "Homeless vet, please help." He's been a fixture there. He's not homeless anymore. We housed him a year ago, but he's been on the streets for over 30 years, and this is a hard thing to break away from. He has services, he has support, so the money is not necessarily going to go to the right use. And two, he's 72 years old, and he has a lot of health problems, and he's very unsteady on his feet. So walking in and out of traffic is a big accident waiting to happen. On the other side of the street, as Susie said, not everybody that panhandles is homeless, and not all homeless panhandle. Was a group of college-age kids dancing around, coming off the median strip, and not only median strip, but weaving in and out of 3 lanes of traffic. And you all know us when we're driving, the light changes and people go, and these kids are out in the middle of traffic. So just for the safety reasons alone, this is a great project. The equity part is more to what I speak to. Canadian researcher Ian Didone said that if you take 10 homeless people, 8 of them could get out of homelessness on their own. They really don't need a lot of services. 1 might need deep subsidies to help move out, and then 1 or 10% of the people that are identified as or who are homeless need very deep pocket services. Generally, the people we're talking about, and these are the people we seek out as an outreach program, are too sick, too paranoid to seek help. They live out in the woods. They live in the metro stations. You see them. The county is doing a spectacular job. The coalition's doing a great job of housing a lot of people that are homeless that are coming in and asking for help. And we're now going to do the 100,000 Homes campaign, where we're going to go out and look for these unknown, the phantom homeless, and identify them. It's going to be an amazing adventure, and invite you all to come along with us for this wonderful start to ending homelessness here in Montgomery County.
As you've heard today, giving does help the immediate, but does not help the long-standing issues of our homeless, of our veterans, or people that are panhandling. It gives a quick Band-Aid. It is a temporary solution. It is not an ongoing solution. And today we have a wonderful chance to make a change, to make that difference, to give a real hand up, not a hand out. And that is our difference for today. Seeing an individual on the street begging for money, reading those signs, they tug at our hearts. When I'm driving with my daughter, she asked me, "You work for the county. How come you can't fix this? How come you can't help these people?" And I feel really strongly, I want to help. That's why Mommy still works for the county. But giving them money is not going to change that situation. Education, resources, providing them with the benefits that they are entitled to, connecting them to the behavioral health, entitlement services that they're eligible for. That's where the real help comes from today.
I'm here today on behalf of Chief J. Thomas Manger because I am the department's traffic safety advocate. Standing on our roadsides, medians, and roadways to solicit money is dangerous, distracts drivers, impedes traffic, and is completely unnecessary. As a police professional, it is my job to be out in the roadways to direct traffic. And I can tell you firsthand, it is very dangerous and deadly to be out there, but it's my job. For someone to go out voluntarily to solicit money just doesn't make sense. It's a really bad plan. Generally, panhandling is not illegal, but I also know when it is, conducting enforcement operations are difficult, ineffective, and they're not the solution. It's working in a comprehensive plan like being proposed here today that makes sense. And it's the only way that we're going to be effective. As you've heard, and through my experience, we've seen that many of the people that are out there soliciting money are simply stated falsely advertising. They're not homeless, they're not in need, it's just a business. So we need your help to work on SHARE. And I'll give you a thought to think about before I go. In the movie Field of Dreams, they gave you that quote, "If you build it, they'll come." And my thought on this is, if you pay them, they will stay. So I will ask you, please consider using SHARE to help keep our roadways safe. Thank you very much.